The trifecta of Bollywood's most wanted dimples has finally made its way to the theatre after much controversy, and boy doesn't make for one hell of a theatrical experience. Pathaan is finally here, and by the looks of it, it's here to stay. So let's talk about it. Major Ram, Samaranand, Om Kapoor and Dawn are all iconic Shah Rukh Khan characters, and Pathaan gives us a glimpse into all of them, but after a bittersweet gap of 4 years. The Badshah is back and he could not have asked for a better comeback vehicle. But does that mean it's a good movie? We'll get to that in a bit. On a bit of a side note, I really do want to know what goes on in Siddharth Anand's mind to include a boob joke in his spy movies. First, in War, where Tiger enters the out-of-service lift to go down to his headquarters and enters the code 80085. And now in this movie, he somehow managed to get Shah Rukh Khan to mispronounce rubles as boobles. Who said the wire of spy universe has no substance to it? Okay, coming to the acting. John has delivered arguably his most iconic role as a villain in Dhoom, and to see him back in action on a much bigger scale is an absolute delight. He holds his own against Shah Rukh Khan and is truly a worthy opponent in every possible way. His lean physique, towering personality and that killer smile led to some of the loudest cheers in the theatre, and I really hope to see him in more such movies in the future. Deepika Padukone returns to the big screen with an absolute bang as well. Her ass-kicking ability in the movie is directly proportional to how good she looks, which means that she kicks a lot of ass. And another controversial opinion here, because we're going all out, I think Besharam Rang is an absolute banger and no one can change my mind about it. It was sad and hilarious to see all the cuts that the makers were forced to do in the song. Her chemistry with both John and Shah Rukh is exceptional, and now all I want to see is her character team up with Katrina Kaif Zoya and kick some more ass. Coming to the man of the hour, Shah Rukh Khan absolutely owns his new avatar. It's like Dawn but on steroids, and I'm absolutely here for it. After 30 plus years of being in the movie industry, the man has finally become an out and out action hero, and boy was it worth the wait. His wit, charm, physique, cockiness and sincerity are on full display. It's like a buffet. What else could anyone even ask for? Also, by this point, it's not much of a secret, so I'm just gonna talk about it. Salman Khan makes one of the most memorable cameos in recent times as, you guessed it, the one and only Salman Khan. Who are we kidding? Did we think we were actually going to see Tiger? We get Salman Khan, but it is amazing. The audience went absolutely berserk when the two of them were on screen side by side. That moment alone is definitely worth experiencing in the theaters, and their banter and chemistry was just the icing on the cake. I am so excited to see what they do in Tiger 3. Since we're making controversial statements and since I have you here with me, hear me out on this one before you absolutely flip. War had a better story and screenplay. Don't come at me in the comments, just hear me out first. Strip the movies of their stars and you will understand what I'm saying. War's screenplay, storyline and most importantly its twists were far superior than those in Pathaan. But Pathaan was a better movie in that it never tried to be like War. Director Siddharth Anand has very smartly played to the strengths of each and every actor that stars in Pathaan. And in that process, he found the sweet spot between being a mass entertainer and doing fan service. While War was a more serious action thriller, Pathaan is more self-aware. The screenplay and story are bang average, but they are catered to the strengths of its actors. There are also extremely questionable story choices and subpar CGI that could have simply been made better by giving it to a more experienced VFX company like Red Chillies. It's not like they can't afford it. Some of the set pieces in this movie that were supposed to be a part of its USP, such as the jetpack set piece, such as the fight on top of the trailer in Dubai, really were hampered by some poor VFX. That said, some of the tracking shots in the movie were actually pretty cool, and that gives me hope for the future. I've been saying this about VFX. If you have the money and it is so important to your movie, just please hire a good VFX company. Luckily for Pathaan, the fact that its star cast brought their A game to the table, inconveniences like the VFX and the plot points weren't enough to spoil the experience. At one point, I even found myself asking what kind of a movie I was watching. It's been marketed as an all-out action movie, but also has comedy, heist, romance, bromance, and everything else that you could think of. Siddharth Anand really took no chances with the genre of this movie. But like I said, none of this matters when Shah Rukh delivers a one-liner, Deepika kicks major ass, and John makes a killer entry. It's old school, unapologetic Bollywood at its best, and that's what makes it so enjoyable. Now that I've given my unbiased opinion about the movie, or at least tried to, let me end this video with some fanboying. Shah Rukh Khan has said it himself. He is the last of the stars, and Pathaan is a standing testament to that. There is no actor, and I mean no one from the newer generation, that can light up the scene, the screen, and our hearts the same way that Shah Rukh does. In many ways, Pathaan, both the character and the movie, are symbolic of the last few years of the brand that is SRK. They're grand, they're charming, they're smart, they're arrogant, and to some people's disdain, goddamn good looking. All three of them face some issues. Whether that be in the form of Jim played by John Abraham, unnecessary protests and subpar CGI, or personal matters. However, in the end, they all triumph. Not because of the brand of SRK, but the person behind that brand, Shah Rukh Khan. Every single time that he shows up on the screen, he sends out a reminder as to why he is the undisputed Badshah. Shah Rukh Khan is a feeling, and the success of this movie, rather the outpour of love from the entire film industry, including Kangana Ranaut, is proof of that. Like the king himself said,
हम सब खुश हैं, मैं सबसे ज्यादा खुश हूं, और ये बात बताने में मुझे बिल्कुल भी आपत्ति नहीं है कि दुनिया कुछ भी कर ले, मैं और आप लोग और जितने भी पॉजिटिव लोग हैं सब के सब जिंदा हैं.
So thank you, Shah Rukh, for everything that you stand for and signify, sometimes even unwillingly. The world will not see another star like you. So, should you watch the movie? Hell yes. It's not perfect, not by a long shot, but it is still extremely entertaining. If for nothing else, see it for Shah Rukh. It's good for the heart and the soul. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. I'm so glad this movie turned out to be exactly what I expected. Not the best story-wise, but so good on the entertainment front. And that's exactly what I wanted from it. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. If you have, let me know what your thoughts were about the movie down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram for more such content. I will see you soon for another review. Till then, take care and peace. Happy Pathaan Day, ladies and gentlemen. The king is back. Bring one Jawan and Duncan.